name remains Ife West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. And if it's your first time watching me, highly welcome once again. This is a place where we separate the facts, fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality, which is our collective heritage. Today, I am going to be talking about the difference between planning and prayer, and why I believe strongly that planning is better than prayers, as some other of my African colleagues will want to make me believe otherwise. You see, Africa today is considered as the most underdeveloped continent in the world. In fact, we are regarded as a third world nation. And at the same time, Africa is the most prayerful continent in the whole world. When you talk about prayers, we have like 90% of the population of Africans, we consider themselves Christians or Muslims. And they pray every day. Every Friday, the Muslims go to mosque, all the roads will be blocked. Every Sunday, the whole city will be shut down. In fact, if you don't go to church on Sunday, you're regarded as an evil person. And still yet, we are still so damn poor. We are still so damn stupid. Our leaders are the ones that only go about begging for alms, begging for loans. A perfect example will be that of the Nigerian government that is not ashamed to ask anybody for any coin to spare to build their country. The Nigerian government is a beggar government, a government of shameless beggars. I will talk about Nigeria because I am from Nigeria, and I can use it as a perfect example. Our president not ashamed. Our leaders not ashamed. They are always begging. Anywhere you see them, they go to beg for money, and they have money. We have natural resources. We have gold. We have oil. We have diamonds. We have everything. We have resources. We have people. We have land mass. We have land for agriculture. We have everything. When you talk about natural resources, we have it in abundance in this country. Why will our leaders still be begging? This is the $1 million or the $1 billion question. I don't know. And we are very prayerful too. We are very proud to pray. So I want to talk about why I think planning is better than prayers. Because some idiots that call themselves Christians they don't want to be intelligent. They don't want to have sense. And they don't want to do the right thing. Because religion gives them a fig leaf to hide their laziness, their irresponsibility, their shortcomings, or their witchcraft. Religion is a platform that any kind of evil person can be able to hide under. It will cover you. This is a function of religion. So instead of thinking properly and taking the bull by the horns, a lot of people will rather hide under the skirts of religion to be the way they are. One of the main reasons is that I have 6 reasons here, even 7, why I believe planning is better than prayer. Okay? Instead of you to be going to church every Sunday and also 3 times a week, plus the all nights that they normally do on Fridays, praying for the nation, praying for a better life, praying for this, praying for that, praying against insecurity, praying against poverty, praying against sicknesses. Just be praying on any kind of imaginary Satan chasing you. Those energy, those time, if you use it to plan how to protect yourself against all these kind of things, it will be better. I believe planning is better than prayer because planning makes you prepare for whatever eventualities or challenges that you are having. Instead of running to a man of dog for prayers, giving your money to them, you can settle down, consult an expert on that subject, or just talk to somebody that you feel have experience. Talk to sane people like me, people with their head correct, practical people They will help you to solve that problem by giving you physical, tangible ideas that you can apply to solve your problem. It is better than going to spend 3 hours in a church and abusing yourself, insulting imaginary entities, and just straining your energy, yapping to solve that problem. Conscious plan within 10 minutes, 15 minutes will help you solve your problem. Okay? You need to have a plan for life. If you are suffering from poverty, like so many Africans are suffering from poverty, prayer will not make you a millionaire. We have said this many times. But these lazy Christians will not listen. I have relations that are Christians that are lazy. These are the people I'm talking about. And the Africans that are into religion, that are lazy. They don't want to admit that they are lazy. Because religion tells you that you don't need to think. Just believe. All your problems will be solved. Believe. This belief is making them lazy. So you're going to find all the churches crowded every Sunday. In fact, we have some of the biggest churches in Africa in Nigeria. Nigeria is a place whereby you will see a man of dog. We take money from his members after defrauding them. Then we go and buy a factory. Then they will turn it into a church. Then they will start praying for jobs. Or then we go and clear a forest. Instead of setting up an industry or a factory or something that will employ people, they will turn it into a church, a campground. They'll give a name, Zion Center, Mountain of Jerusalem, Shiloh, all these kind of places. They'll be inviting people, especially this Christmas time. They will call people to come and camp there for 2 weeks or a week, to be praying endlessly. Any problem you come, they will tell you that you have to bring money. Of course, it's not free. You have to pay for space. Sometimes they will bring foam, you will pay for bed, you'll be paying for whatever necessities every day that you'll be praying. Problems you have in a piece of paper, and give God something that will injure you. Meaning you have to bring a very big money to the place, depending on your capacity. You will bring your big money, your land deed, your car deed, you will sow seeds. Then when you do this thing, then we say that God must answer you. That after you have done this 7 days marathon prayer, you give God all the money you have been saving, a large portion of it, or your jewelries or whatever is valuable to you, then your prayer will be answered. This is how they scheme people and scam people every December. This is a very big thing, big job in Nigeria. Right now, they're already planning it. Different of these jobs, different names, different church will be doing this kind of things. Most time, the people will do it in their village, the pastors, so that when people come to their village, they will bring economic prosperity to come and spend money for their village people. They always cite their prayer camp in their village. If you are from Nigeria, you will know it here they talk. We know the people where they do all this nonsense every time. What I am trying to say that this is a waste of time. Okay? For you to have a better life, if you have a problem, there's this thing we call SWOT analysis in a master's degree. Strengths, weakness, opportunities, and strengths, SWOT analysis. You use it to assess your problem. What are the challenges of this problem? What is limiting me? Then you actually create viable situations or solutions to solve it. We don't have this kind of mentality or this kind of teaching in the religion. Religion don't want you to be practical, because if you are practical, you will not need prayers, you will not need God, you will not need Jesus. They know this. So they will be teaching you the wrong thing, so that you will be making mistakes continuously, and you will be totally dependent on the religion to solve your problem. And the religion is designed never to solve your problem, because if your problems are solved, then you will not need the religion. You get it? So this is a scam. That's why you see I hate Christianity so much. I hate all these men of dogs, because all of them are sleazy, scallywags and liars, thieves, soulless cretins, abominable iniquity, vampire passion. Because I see the evil that they perpetrate, misleading people telling people to go to a place that does not work. Something when they work, you they say make people go to do them. I used to be a Christian. I was born in Christianity. It doesn't work. Planning is better than prayer. Anytime, any day. Look at Japan. Look at China. Look at the so-called America that is pushing this Bible to you. They are very careful and meticulous in planning every detail of their country. They don't waste time praying. Smart people, intelligent people, people that rule the world. Look at Russia, for crying out loud. Una not get sense. So I see religion is a thing for stupid people, for lazy people. When you see a grown adult of over 40 years, 50 years, when beard don't full in prick, even the beard on the whites, is still neck deep in religion. You should know that this person, something is wrong with him. When you see old mama, woman, listen, I'm not talking about those ones when all get chance. So this now educated, so-called educated people. They claim to be educated. They went to university. They claim to be enlightened, but they just cannot think properly. Religion makes people to be mad and stupid. This is why planning is important. If you are suffering or recovering from religion, you need to know that you need to focus on practical approach to life. You have to be realistic. Okay? You cannot solve poverty and economic problems with fasting and prayer. It is impossible. It doesn't work. So when you know that something doesn't work, why do you keep deceiving people that it works? For you to be doing this, you are a witch and a wizard. You are an enemy to the people. And a lot of these men of dogs you see in Nigeria, that GOs, mommy GOs, they are all they are all parasites because they know that it doesn't work. They have planned this strategy using this Bible, these templates, to continue to exploit, deceive, and enslave their own people, making money from their people instead of empowering their people. They are enemies of states. So we should treat them with extreme prejudice and call them what they are. Vampires. These are your vampires. The people, they say one where they shop cola. Now inside cola in the day. Now them, now be the people where they worry this country. And we need to say it the way it is. Okay? We need to say it the way it is. There is no diplomacy here. Prayer does not work. Okay? Prayer need to work. Now planning the work. So if you want a better life, you need to plan. You need to have a better plan. Study people that have practical approach to life. Follow them. A bad plan is better than no plan at all. Even if your plan get the way it be, you need to get a plan. For whatever that is troubling you, you need to get a plan. Find adequate solution. Ask questions. Consult the experts. Meet people. Do not hide your problem. A problem shared is half solved. And certainly do not take it to any prayer pastor. That is a vampire that will take your little money and keep exploiting you with that problem forever. It is just the simple truth. Nothing more, nothing less. If you fail to plan in this life, you have planned to fail. This is number one reason. Another second reason again why planning is better than prayer. Planning gives you direct and real access to solutions that will solve your problem. Okay, prayer does not. Prayer will deceive you. Will not give you any solution. You just pray and pray and pray. Go to church and go to church and go to church. Hoping, begging. Prayer is like begging. You are begging an unknown entity. You are a beggar. Planning gives you power. It gives you power of the gods. You'll be like a deity. You will be like the deity you are supposed to be. You will be like an active principle. Actually carrying out actions to change your reality. This is what we do in African spirituality. We don't pray. We plan. When we do our libation, it is simply a metaphysical process of getting in touch with our African ancestors by giving them life. Okay? Bringing them into the field. It is all part of the metaphysical metamorphosis that we pass through. We don't pray here. We talk to God. We talk to our ancestors. We don't beg them. We talk to them. We align with them. Okay? When you pray, you put yourself on your knees, begging an invisible entity. It shows that you have surrendered. It is a sign of weakness. Only enemies get down on their failures, get down on their knees. We do not do that in African spirituality. Okay? We don't train to do that. We are trained to be warriors, to be fighters. Okay? We are not trained to be beggars, to be slaves, to be to surrender our power to only invisible thing out there. We are not trained to be vulnerable. When you pray, you submit to the authority of a third party or to a man of dog. You are surrendering all your spiritual authority to this person. You are telling this person that I am nothing. I am inferior. No confidence in you. It is disrespecting. Okay? You are disrespecting yourself. And it's you lack dignity when you do this. All these are the things that I could not I could not bring myself to do when I was in Christianity. I know that this whole process is wrong. It is humiliating. I cannot put myself in this condition. Okay? When you do this, you are humiliating yourself. You need to connect with that active principle inside you. And you need to summon the power of that principle by pronouncing the kind of life that you want. So, planning, you must plan. You must have a strategy, a roadmap for any problem that is affecting you. Okay? Praying does not give you any strategy. Okay? So, this is what you must know. Okay? You must know it. Number 3, prayer is simply a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of resources. The time that people spend praying in Nigeria, if they use that time to be practical, Nigeria will be the best country in Africa. The time Christians spend in prayer, I've seen a lot of Christians, they have gone to church until their shoe, the sole of their shoe have shocked. They now start buying this thing they call protector to put on that shoe. When you see their shoes, you know these ones are church rats. They go to church and go to church and go to church and go to church until poverty now becomes their comfort zone. They are now synonymous with poverty. When you mention poverty, it is them you are talking about. And yet nothing happens. And they keep doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. The energy and time you spend going to church, if you put that in your business, you put that in a business plan, you use that energy or that time to learn a new trade, you will succeed in life. I've seen a lot of women looking for husband. They keep going to church to pray. Pastor will tell them, buy share today, tomorrow, or bring a table, tomorrow, or bring food, bring all this, your husband will come. They will keep praying for husband. No, it is wrong. If you want husband, work on your character. You have a good character, you will have husband. Clean yourself up. That will give you a husband faster than praying. I have met many women during my dating pool looking for husbands, but they have very bad character. Some of them don't even know how to cook. They don't know how to respect a man. They don't know how to do anything, how to be faithful in a relationship. They don't know how to even talk, how to behave. No, zero behavior. Everything about them is zero. They are like little vampires. When they get a potential man, they heap all their problems and their family problems on the person's head instantly. Then the man will run away. They will keep going to church to pray, going to all night. You will see them, they are the ones doing all night, doing usher, doing choir mistress, praying and singing in church, but they have very, very bad characters. That's why they not go see husband marry. If you want husband as a woman, you don't need to dey pray. Work on your character, work on yourself. Then go out in the dating pool, you will see good husband. Okay? It is not rocket science. Not some people, women have spent up to 5 years, 6 years praying for husbands in Nigeria. And they will never get those husbands. Not be prayer will give you husband. Now your character now will give you good husband. Okay? Prayer is wasting of time. You give pastors money. Pastors will just using your money to buy the latest shoe and the latest mobile phones, and they will still be insulting you on top. A lot of Nigerian women believe that it is by miracle that we are get husband, They will even go to meet spiritualists to do jazz to get man. Okay, you do jazz to get man, the man will come, right? But you have bad character. You cannot clean the house. You cannot cook properly. You cannot even respect the man. You don't know anything that will make marriage work. Then the man will run. Then you say your village people is after you. No village people is after you. You are the one that is after yourself. If you want husband as a woman and you are hearing this cassette, work on your character. Add value to your person. Don't be like an orphan whereby any potential man you are heaping all your problem. Immediately somebody talk to you. You start asking them for money, money, money. Some will not even be ashamed. They'll be asking you for transport fare to come and see them. They get this kind of character for Africa. Shameless character. Very shameless. And you will carry Christianity in your heads. Somebody have not said anything, you are calling God. Somebody have not said anything, you are calling your pastor. If your pastor is so powerful, why don't you marry your pastor? You know, let somebody rest. Before somebody talk to you, you are inviting them to come to your church program. Is it your church that they want to get married to, or you? Are you that stupid? Well, stupidity is what is the bane of Christianity. A lot of Christians are stupid people because the religion makes them stupid. We need to see all these things. See, I don't pet Christians on this channel. Somebody was saying yesterday that I'm very harsh. You know, these Christians, they believe that they are a special kind of people, that they are high and mighty, that nobody can talk to them, nobody can tell them anything, that they see themselves at the top echelons of society, and they are the most pitiable, despicable creatures we have in the world today. So I need to talk to them like this. Let them know that what they are practicing is rubbish, and they are hypocrites, and they will never make any heaven. Heaven is an imaginary place. It's a scam. Okay, you have to be realistic with life. So it's very dangerous for you to go and be making friends with Christians, especially going to marry them. Somebody that believes in an imaginary heaven will never take life seriously, will never be 100% loyal to you. You can never work with that kind of person. As a realistic man, your partner must also be realistic. If you're an hypocrite, you marry an hypocrite, both of you go just deceive each other. They go. Many of their marriage now deceive. PDP, Papa deceive Pikin. That's why a lot of illegitimate children are inside these relationships. When they marry finish, you go, yes, say the woman is sleep for outside, the man they fuck for outside. The next thing, you have training bastards in your home because you people have the foundation of hypocrisy. Both of you were deceiving each other right from the beginning, pretending to be what you are not, pretending to be holier than thou. But deep down, you people are scumbags. You have no moral compass. You are a piece of shit. Nasty creatures. These are the kind of things we see. On Sunday, they will dress up in their Sunday best, like good people, stash up, spray perfume. You will think that everything is working well in their life. But deep down, this person have no value. This is the hypocrisy of Christianity. So I don't pet them. I call them what I describe them. I don't insult Christianity. I describe them. I use the adjectives. They are scallywags. Only a scallywag will behave like this. Only an idiot, a stupid person will keep repeating the same thing again and again and again and expecting different results. Prayer doesn't work. Okay? You see one thing now. Let me give you a little story. In my area, we have what this thing they call them security meeting every last Saturday of the month, okay? You see these funny people. Some people will come outside, and before we start this security meeting, then we say we should pray. Pray to who? They'll be asking people to pray one by one. One day they tried this on me. I told them I don't believe in that. I am not praying. And I discovered that they were doing this in the beginning and in the ending. So one day I called the leader. I said, come, this your prayers, it does not work, and you know. Say, why am I saying so? If your prayers are working, you're praying for protecting this area, praying for your God, you will not be having a security man at the gates, and you will not be calling for security meeting every month. You are doing this because you know that prayers does not work, right? If your prayers are working, you will not have a security man. We will not have police or soldiers guiding your country. But we know that prayers does not work. That's why you have a gate man. That's why you're calling for people to pay security money to make sure that this person stays here. So stop disturbing us with your prayer every time we come for this. I don't come here for prayer. I'm coming here because I know that planning is better than prayer. So when I come here, I don't want to hear anything about prayer. Pray inside your house. Don't come and insult people here with your God. Everybody have their own God. So this is my policy. I said this thing, and the person saw reason with it. Okay, prayer doesn't work. Planning works. Anything you are doing in your life or any problem you have, you must have a plan. As a sane person, you must have a plan. If you do not have a plan, then you are stupid. Anything can happen to you at any time. Okay? So this is just the truth. Let's say our truth. Let's say the truth so that the devil can be ashamed. They say make we talk true, make devil shame. Prayer need a work. Now planning the work. Okay? Another good reason why planning is better than prayer. Planning teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to strategize. It teaches you how to be able to solve problems practically when you have a plan. And you go with the plan is working, you are having experience. You can be able to teach people how you were successful the next time or when people come to you in the future. But prayer, you have no plan. When you pray, you just hope and beg. If the problem solved is a 50-50 chance, it's like rolling a dice. You have no experience of solving problems. Is that how you want to be teaching people? When people come to you for solutions, you say, go and pray. Go and pray. Go and. This is what most Christians tell people in Nigeria. Go and pray. Go and pray. You don't tell them plan to root themselves, how to get a trade, how to learn something that will give you money, how to start a good business. They don't tell you all these things. It's only prayers. So you have no experience. You can be in the church for 10, 20 years. You don't have sense to do anything. You only just praying, going to all nights. The little money you have that you have begged from unbelievers. You are not ashamed to beg from unbelievers as a Christian. Christians see unbelievers as destiny helpers. People that you say they worship Satan. You are not ashamed to ask money from them. So your God, when you take money from somebody like me now, and you call yourself a Christian, is that not the so-called evil money? Then you use evil money to shop. So a unbeliever is not feeding you. That is, your God is useless. You will see many idiot pastors come on their stage, will be insulting countries like Japan, and saying that all the Japanese people will go to hellfire because Japanese people don't believe in God. The average Christian believes that because they have Jesus Christ, they are better than you. The average Christian in Nigeria believes that he's better than Elon Musk because Elon Musk is not a Christian. He believes that he's better than Jeff Bezos. He believes he's better than Warren Buffett because they are not Christians. He believes those ones will go to hellfire while he will go to heaven. This is the way they have been able to deceive them. And so they endure their poverty and penury. The fact of the matter is that you insult the Japanese people, but a lot of these pastors, they are driving Toyota cars. Last time I remember, Toyota cars are made by people that are not Christians. Okay? Their favorite car in Nigeria, Toyota, it is made by Japanese people that are not Christians. So you are driving the car of somebody that is not a Christian, and you want to drive that car to heaven, right? Are you not supposed to use the products of your Christian people? The people that produce Toyota, they worship Juju, they worship Shinto. Go and check, they are not Christians. So why are you using their products to live your life? Meaning you are using Juju products to benefit your life. Are you not stupid? Are you still saying those people will go to hellfire? Those people will first you go to heaven. Because they are an active principle. They are creating things the way a God should create things to make this world a better place. If anybody will first go to heaven, it is those people that will first you go to heaven because you are useless. You are useless in this earth and you will also be useless in heaven. Now so it just be. lizard for Africa cannot go to be an alligator in America. Okay? Most of the Christians in Africa, they lack any inventiveness, they lack any creativity. Most of them, when a new product comes out, they will first criticize it. When the internet came out, World Wide Web, many of them say it's the mark of the beast. When 5G come outside, many of them say it is a mark of the beast. Any new technology they cannot understand, they will say it is a satanic technology. The next thing, you will see them using that technology to propagate their religion. Very stupid people. You cannot see any pastor in Africa that have invented anything to move humanity forward. What they are only using is what other people have invented. And yet they'll still be saying those people will go to hellfire. Does it make sense? Is it not the height of stupidity? Now, what you see that many of them will having Bibles that are printed in China. Chinese people are not Christians. But when you come to Africa, all their products are here, from phones to computers, laptops, tablets. Even the Bible is printed in China. Christmas tree, now we're having Christmas. All the Christmas tree, the cheapest ones are coming from China. And you're going to see these stupid Christians buy this Christmas tree and put it in their house and say that we go to heaven. Somebody that is not a Christian is making all these products that you are using to live your life. To even tissue paper that you use to clean your yansh. Are you not ashamed? And yet you still believe that person will go to hellfire because they are not a Christian. And you are here useless. A useless consumer, a useless eater. You can never be able to come together to create factories for your people to work. All your people doing to your church every day is to come and beg and tell testimonies of lies. And you still think you're better than somebody that is actually creating real practical products that can solve problems in this life. Is that not the height of stupidity? If there's another definition of stupid, please tell me. I want to hear it. So we see that these people, they believe that prayer answers all things. Prayer does not answer anything. Planning answers all things. Okay? It's better to be a planner than a prayer warrior. When you look at Chinese people today, look at their educational system, see the products these people are manufacturing every day. Look at Africa. How many manufacturing things do we have? Almost zero. We cannot do anything. And we have all these natural resources. And yet we still think we are better than these people. Does it make sense? This is the height of madness. All these problems we're having in Africa today is as a result of this wrong mentality. When this religion teach our people lies. If religion will save or help the black man, the white man will never give us this Bible. They know. Bible was introduced to us as far back as during the time of colonization. When they come to Africa, they went everywhere. What they are coming is their religion. They want to destroy your connection with divinity. You must accept their religion. They did this to all the places that they went to because they know that this religion will never help them. This religion is designed to enslave them. They even wrote it in their books that this religion will enslave us forever. Then why are you as an adult still in here? It's either you are a winch, you are an enemy of progress, or you are spiritually lazy, or you are stupid. All these things, I do not agree with them. So me and these people can never be friends. Okay? I cannot be friends with cancer. If you have cancer or something, or a illness in your body, you eradicate it. You don't tolerate it. Some people will say I should talk about tolerance. How will I tolerate a cancer that is killing my people? It's impossible for me that I need to speak up. Okay? I need to say something. A problem shared is half solved. This religion is a problem. Planning is better than prayer. For those my lazy Christians, you need to change your attitude. If any Christian comes to you asking for help, you need to teach them common sense. If they don't want to learn common sense, let them wither and just go than wasting your resources. Most times when I help Christians in the past, I discovered that I give them money, they will go to church to be giving testimony that it is their God that touched me to help them. This is what is paining me. That's why I hate them. I never want to help any Christian anymore in my life. When you do something to help a Christian, instead of him to appreciate you, he will give the credit to Jesus Christ. If you are a man, most men in Nigeria, they are weeping. You marry a wife that is a extreme Christian, in their for their mind, that they marry church girl, say, now that one the better pass. You go to church to marry these church girls, they are dead. You will never have any credits in your life till you die. You buy a car, they will give the glory to Jesus Christ. You born pikin, you have a child, they will go to church to give testimony. They promote you at work, they will go to church to give testimony. Instead of your wife and your family members celebrating you for your success, all those credits will be given to a third party that did nothing to help you achieve all those things. Imagine me working for 5 years, finally buy car with my hard work. Then I will not take extra money to go to church to give pastor, to dash pastor, for to dash a God for helping me. It's not the God that worked the money, it is me that worked the money. I should be celebrating myself, not a third party that did nothing to buy that car. But what you see in Nigeria, that we go to church and give money to the pastor, thanking the pastor. I have even seen Jesus Christ in their life. This is Jesus Christ stealing your credits, stealing your thunder. You work very hard, you get promotion. Instead of you then doing a party to celebrate you, then we go to church to give money to pastor. You have child, after all the stress, you have a successful delivery. Instead of them celebrating you in your house, then we go to church to do child dedication and give money to pastor. Something happened to you and you escaped, or something did not happen to you. Instead of you celebrating your success, then we still go and give credit to pastor. This is Jesus Christ stealing your thunder. Jesus Christ is a thief. If you go and marry these extreme Christian women, you will never get credit for anything in your life. All your credit, all your success, everything will be given to a third party. This is what you need to know. It is very painful like this. So you need to learn to be celebrating yourself. If your child studied, read, passed the exam, give your child a treat. Not go to church to go and do thanksgiving to a third party that have no role in the success of that child. We need to learn how to be using common sense in this our African continent. When you know the hard work you put in making your life better, then one third party want to come and steal your shine, want to come and steal your glory, say it's not because of him, you will not be where you are. Are you mad? All my credit is for me. I will not give my credit to any third party. He's a thief. Have you ever seen Jesus Christ? Have you seen his father? Have you seen any 12 disciples? Why will I want to give credit to people that do not deserve it? Learn how to take credit for your success. It gives pride to you. It gives confidence to you. Celebrate your success by yourself. Celebrate your victory. Do not go to any church to be giving thanksgiving to a third party. It is wrong. You are only enriching that church, giving credibility to somebody that does not deserve it. Go to any church, you see people coming and things that they did by themselves. They'll be giving credit to the God that did nothing. One reason why I don't work for pastors or Christian people on this channel, they will come to meet you for spell. You will solve the problem for them, then we go and give testimony in church. It happens a lot. Many times when they go to native doctor will solve the problem for them. Then you see these idiots. We got to be giving testimony and giving credit to Jesus Christ. They don't remember the shrine. I used to tell people that if I do something for you, say you go give testimony for church, I go scatter the thing. If you want to give testimony and credits, you must come and give me, because I am the one that is responsible, that interceded to change that situation. You will not take my shine and my thunder and go and give one man of dog. I refuse. If I do something for you, you walk, and you want to give testimony, you must come and do it in my shrine. You must bring my portion. If you go do one for church, while I go do, I go scatter the thing, so that you go learn your lesson. You see your God before you come meet me, Abi. You see your God. Why you come meet me? Then you won't come take my shine, go give that man that did nothing. He need a walk like that. Okay, I must take my glory. My glory will belong to me, not any thief, not any highway robber that calls himself a Messiah. Okay, if it is so, I am also a Messiah. I can intercede. If na name you want, I can give myself any kind of name I want to give myself. Nobody will question me. I can choose to come here tomorrow and call myself doctor, professor, emirate, any kind of thing. I can give myself any kind of bloody title, and nobody will question it. So it's not about that. It's about common sense. So planning is better than prayer. Once again, planning gives you confidence, teaches you discipline, strengthens you, empowers you. Prayer does not do like that. Prayer makes you a beggar. You are not designed to be a beggar. It is just not your destiny. God did not create any of us to beg for a living. It is a crime against humanity to be begging your Savior in peace. You beg God, let me see food to shop. You beg God. Which kind of wicked that you have to be begging him? Is he a tyrant? The God that I worship is not a tyrant. And he didn't even ask me to worship him. This is what we need to be discussing here. What kind of humans are we? The average African is suffering from a serious case of inferiority complex and identity, lack of identity. They don't know themselves. If you know yourself, you're going to behave well, like a normal Saint Peking. A lot of Africans suffer from inferiority complex because the religion is designed to naturally make you inferior. A religion that tells you that you came from sin, that before you are born in sin, that nobody can be able to help you except the mercy of these overlords, these overbearing, jealous, perverts, misogynistic, arrogant, prideful, pervert, criminalistic, psychopaths, sociopaths in one sky with a big telescope watching everything and doing absolutely nothing. That bastard, that thief, that wayward soliloquy. Now some people, they worship. If we need to talk all these things, una no go get sense. They say if K not enter you, teeth go enter you. If teeth not enter you, insult go enter you. Old men wey they are prick, could they behave like mumu? That time, it don't pass. Okay? So we need to talk truth, make devil shame. Planning is better than prayer. Planning is better than prayer. Planning is better than prayer. Okay? Plan your life where you will succeed. The way you make your bed is the way you will lie on it. Charity begins at home. Simple things. They will not teach you this in church because they don't want you to empower yourself. If you know these simple things, you will not need religion. If you're an African person that have traveled out of Nigeria before, you've been to Europe or any of these Asian countries, you will know that religion is pure stupidity. If your government is responsible, you don't need to pray. You pray against insecurity. If there's security, there is constant power supply, there is availability of employment. What do you need to pray for? Nothing. Which winch want to attack you? What you're thinking about is enjoying yourself, traveling, experiencing life. Prayer is rampant in Nigeria because there's a lot of suffering in the land. Things that's supposed to be for us, our government is working against us to oppress us, selling us into slavery, pushing all these churches to cloud our mind, our judgment. Politicians and pastors are one and the same people. They are all liars. They work together to impoverish you. The sooner you know this, the sooner you know peace. So you must plan your life. You must not be lazy. Okay? When you go to these churches, they put testimonies of lies, of how people get things without working for it, how people get favors without working for it. You see, watch Nigerian movies, the same mentality. It's only in Nigerian movie that you see a prince will marry a poor pooper on the road. It doesn't happen in real life. Okay? You need to plan your life well. Get skills that will be productive. All the time wasted going to church, use it to achieve a skill. Use it to improve your life, and you will succeed. Okay? Prayers make you an ignoramus because it does not teach you anything. Now we have this thing they call miracle money, whereby some men of dogs say that we pray for you, then money will credit your account will be credited, whereas they are the ones using POS to send money to people's account. I don't know why they have not been arrested yet. If you can credit people's account miraculously, why can't you credit our national account that is always in debt? You cannot credit our federal national accounts. You credit people 15,000, 2,000. God can't dash, can't do giveaway for heaven. And people believe this crap. Religion have made a lot of people lazy. That they are now become so stupid that nothing can save them anymore. This is a very, very serious problem. We need to come back to the basics of planning. How did we get it wrong? How did we come to this level of idiocy in Africa? How? We get here by getting this from these so-called men of dogs and leaders that endorses them. When they have problems, you see our national leaders calling for general prayer instead of bringing adequate roadmap, master plan to solve the problems. These are people that were grown in religion. They don't have any practical problem-solving skills. So when there's a problem, instead of thinking of practical solutions, they only think of getting down on their knees and praying. This is the height of defeats. You have already subscribed to. By kneeling down, the enemy have already defeated you. We need to change this mentality and make sure that we teach the future generations how to live life by planning life effectively. You will see people going to study courses in university that they cannot use to apply in real life. If you want to send your children to university, if they cannot study courses that they can learn and they can be able to start a business by themselves, don't let them go and study something that requires them to have a piece of paper that they have to give to somebody to employ them. People going to school to read philosophy, English language, political science, library science, these kind of courses that are outdated, that they cannot be able to create employment by themselves. They need practical technical skills that they can use to open a business. If you are taking your child to university and they want to read any of these frivolous courses that require them to be juggling certificate to get a job, you are wasting that money. If they cannot learn something that will give them practical skills, nowadays we're talking about digital learning, we are talking about AI or computer coding, machine language, mobile software development, deployment. If you are not talking about this kind of courses, STEM courses, engineering courses, don't bother sending your child to any university to go and read course that they cannot have any physical skill. You are wasting that money and your child is going to regret. If they cannot learn anything, let them go and learn roadside mechanic. They will make more money from that than spending 5 years in university and coming out and still begging people for a job. Let them go and learn skills, learn tailoring, learn real life technical work, electrical work that will give them more money. You need skills now with your hands. This is nation building courses, not courses of speaking grammar when your child can only be a teacher. This is not a good thing. You have to be practical with life. Okay? Now, brain, I be Jasmine. So, we need all these things. Planning, you might have to plan your life very well to succeed. If you don't plan your life, you plan to fail. This is what we need to do. Prayer steals your success, steals your life away, steals your time. All those people that are going to all night, every Sunday, you go to do the same thing. A Bible that you are supposed to have known everything inside. You keep going to church every Sunday, keeps telling you the same thing. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. All this, thou shalt not, the same God commits every sin in that Bible already. You are just limiting yourself and you are destroying your future generation. You are going to remain poor if you don't change your mentality. Okay, this is not a curse. It is a promise. If you continue in this, I know relatives that have been praying for more than 20 years and they are still where they are. If you calculate all the money they are giving to pastors, if they have used that money to build a house or invest in something, they would have gone very far in life. But they gave all this money away in the hope that they are building an invisible mansion in heaven where they will spend paradise, eternity. This is the stupidity of religion. You are just being scammed. And now you are preparing your children to also be scammed by the children of that pastor that will inherit his empire. I have never seen spiritual sons and daughters inherit the empire of their spiritual father. The biological son of the spiritual father is the one that always inherits his father's property. Look at all the general GOs, all the daddy GOs in Nigeria. When they are getting old, they will give the church to their son. They never give it to assistant pastor because all the elders they are employing. They always give it to their son. They never give it out. So you just spend your life building the business empire of a man of dog with all your strength, all your resources. And now, when he dies over, his son will inherit that business empire, and he will keep exploiting your own children for the next generation. So your children are the slave class of that church. Why the pastor, the daddy GO, is the superior class. So you are actually working for him. You are not working for any God. When you pay your tithe and offering to him, it ends in his bank account. There is no point that you can show me where he's giving those money, is wiring into the account of heaven or the bank of heaven. It does not go back. Heaven does not have a bank. Show me. I want to know. All the tithe you pay to that man of dog ends in his physical bank account on this earth, and he uses the money to anyhow to build an airstrip, to buy a private jet. You can only use the money here. You are just a fool and a tool. So prayer is the height of stupidity. It will turn you into a poor man. And you deserve all this because you refuse to listen to the voice of living. You refuse to listen to the voice of reason. This is very painful to watch, but this is what we see in Nigeria. We see this in Africa. We see this in Latin America. We see this, the same thing repeatedly itself everywhere in the world. We see it in anywhere there's religion. We see some wolf in sheep clothing eating and drinking the blood, the resources, and the life force of the idiot members. We see this every day. Religion is a scam. I cannot overemphasize this. So, the word is enough for the wise. Planning is better than prayer anytime, any day. I will want to see somebody that will say prayer is better than planning. Let me show them physical examples. I don't pray, and my life is way better than the average Christian. Common sense is not common. We need to be saying all these things. So my advice, once again, is that charity begins at home. If you know that you want to be serious in this life, you need to learn how to plan. In African spirituality, we plan. We do a lot of planning. And it is helping us to succeed. We are very practical. We are not lazy. We don't believe in a third party coming to solve our problems for us. You have to be your own savior. This is how it has always been. This is how it will continue to be. So with that, I will end today's transmission. I thank you guys for watching. I'm very delighted. I hope that one or two people will get one or two things from here. Questions and comments are welcome as usual. Like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And even if you hit the notification bell, you still need to bookmark the channel, because sometimes some people do not get my notification for whatever reason, I don't know. So it is just the way it is. So African spirituality is what we need to know. This is the only spiritual system that will break that yoke of inferiority complex from you, that will give you a conscious identity, that will empower you, liberate you, and educate you. This is where you need to be. Here we talk about common sense approach to life. Okay, we don't believe in senseless miracles here. Okay, we learn the secrets of nature, the metaphysics of African spirituality. Here we are very practical. We don't beat around the bush. We don't joke here, and we don't do all this rubbish that other people do. So you will learn a lot of things here. Okay. So I think I will go from now, and I will thank you very much. And of course, if you have not gotten my book, Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension, this is a book that I wrote that is designed to teach you the ancient secret of African people, especially the Kemetic people. If you want to know about the spirituality of the ancient Egyptians, the Kemetihus, okay, those deities there that they have, how to make contact with them, how to bring them into your consciousness, to align with them, to balance your scales. This book is the gateway there. The rites that are written here are very powerful rites that you can use to summon these deities and to bring yourself up to date with what is going on. This is hidden knowledge, and it is ancient knowledge for today. A lot of people don't want this to come out, or they want to let you believe that it is dead, or they want to take Egypt out of Africa. They want to cut you off from your source, from your roots, so that they can make you into a caricature. That is impossible with the knowledge of African spirituality. So if you want to get that ancient knowledge, get your hands on this material, and you'll be glad you did. Then also too, if you want to know how to do spells, walking in the shadow of the gods, this book will help you a lot. Over 200 spells are here for many things: health, protection, different sort of illnesses. Just general knowledge, powerful knowledge are here. It will bring your connection to nature closer, and it will open your eyes. It will give you skills, practical skills, not to be praying. This book will empower you with practical knowledge to solve problems. With just this book, you can be able to open your own shrine and be doing great work for people, better than praying for people. Okay, we don't believe in prayers here. We believe in knowledge, study to show thyself approved. Okay, so you need to know all these things. Then if you want to know about African spirituality and quantum physics, the interrelationship, this book also will help you. It takes out all the noise, all the gibberish from the matter. It's a very powerful book. It is the first book written on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. If you have not got it, you want to know about quantum physics from a pure, authentic, Afrocentric perspective, without any Western influence or without religion. You want to know something with evidence, physical evidence, tangible evidence, scientific, etymological evidence. It is all here in this tiny book I am holding. So please get your hands on these materials and start doing the things you are supposed to do. Yeah, knowledge is power. We don't believe in prayer here. Okay? Now, waste of time, waste of resources, waste of sweats. So with that, I will go today. Then also, if you want to learn African spirituality, I have a 6 months program where I teach it from the science, the history, to the science, to the metaphysics, and to the hardcore spirituality. You will know everything you need to know about African spirituality. It is not expensive, just $600, 6 months, and you become a master of this subject. Nobody can be able to deceive you. Nobody can be able to tell you trash. Sign up for my program, and you will also be glad you did. If you also want to do your oracle tarot divination, I do all these things. If you have cases or issues that you want to solve, we run all these things. But I don't do charity work. I need to do them. This is not an NGO promotion. Okay? Now we hand wash hand, I both hands they clean. So before you come, make sure say your skin full. That's so it just be. So apart from that, I thank you very much. Those people have been watching, supporting the channel. I thank you. If you want to buy your spiritual items, articles, I sell all those things as well. Apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.